All right, folks, here we go. Okay, this is getting very real. I'm not joking. Okay, so what we're going to do in the first part of this video is I'm going to show you the real conspiracy. You see what's going on the news and this Russia collusion, Russia collusion. The ones that are actually guilty of Russian collusion are accusing their adversaries of what they themselves have already done. I'm going to show you how what we're watching is something that's playing out from a spiritual realm, heavenly realm, and here comes the conviction. Now, towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you what's going to happen. I had an artist friend of mine do this rendering. This is a rendering of Grand Junction. It's a lot smaller than it actually is going to be. We're going for different possible coming together, different possible dispositions on that container when we presented it to the city and they approved our project that's there already. And so we haven't finished. We have the coming together to do, and then we're going to get all the work done, and then we're going to invite everybody to come fellowship with us and see what the christening's all about. That's the only way to put it. And I'll talk to you about that towards the end of this video. Let me show you something real quick. Let me just show you how obvious their little hidden world is now. The word apocalypse means the unveiling. So everything's being unveiled now. I mean, it's so easy to see what they're doing now. It's crazy. Let me just show you some stuff and let me just kind of get into this. Y'all remember the Jussie Smollett case, Jussie Smollett, who faked a hate crime, this guy right here. Well, without getting into all the particulars about, this guy that faked a hate crime, I believe the whole thing was a setup knowing that they were going to let him, get caught. I believe that the enemy is smarter than most people think. Everyone's looking at the surface level like, oh, how could they let him off? Oh my gosh. Because that created tension between racial tension and political tension between DAs and police, unrest in Chicago. And they pulled that card out right as they said Donald Trump was exonerated from 2.5 years of Russian collusion, Russian collusion. We have evidence, we have evidence. But then there's no evidence. The enemy always accuses their adversary of what they themselves are guilty of. I lived it. I literally lived out this scenario in court systems with, the mother of the 3 children that I had that I was not married to. I lived out this system where they accuse their adversary of what they were already guilty of. It was the craziest thing. And now they're doing the same thing all over the TV, and I can see it's like a joke. Let me show you something. Watch this. So Jussie Smollett, he faked a hate crime. And then all of a sudden they just drop all 18 counts, felony counts. I don't know exactly. I think I heard 18. They dropped all these felony charges against him and it just goes away. Well, let me just show you a few pictures. Okay, I want you to notice something. This is so obvious. You see how they double underline TIM, CTIM? It's double underlined. And they're wearing this times up, times up, times up. Do y'all know what that is? That is a supernatural spirit that runs the dual system, the male-female system. And that spirit is saying, using a bunch of host body puppets, time's up. He's using them like little host body puppets to proclaim what he's doing. This is Satan's agenda right in front of your face. Now watch this. Remember the Twin Towers were destroyed and they put the One World Freedom Tower up? You had two. They both burned down together, and you know what spirit cooking is, where allegedly one spirit cooks the other. That's exactly correct. If you pay attention, even the word barbecue, BBQ, if you know how to read their language, it tells the same exact story. I'll get into that in a minute, towards the end of the video. What's this? Look at this guy's tattoo on his arm. You see right there? Is that the exact same thing as he's got under Tim? TIM. You know why they double underline just TIM instead of the whole word times up? They double underline the TIM because Tim means this. See, so when you type in Google meaning of Tim, it means the meaning of Tim is honoring God. So see, they're honoring the God of this world, and he is the God of this world. That's why Satan told Jesus, if you'll just simply bow down before me, he showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. He says, these are mine, all authority has been given to me, I'll give them to you if you just kneel down and worship me. Thank God he didn't. So their God, they're honoring their God. That's what they're doing right here. Look. See, they're honoring their God. Tim, 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 time's up. The two lines are under it representing the dual system. That's why it's double underlined with one black line in the middle, the 2-in-1 system. And he's got the two bars on his arm. Just think of the Twin Towers. Okay, now watch. Let's go back and just let me show you some stuff. Guys, this is amazing data. This is just amazing to get to see this. It's just unbelievable. It's like, you got to be kidding me. Oh no, we're not kidding. Okay, so y'all remember, let's start with a couple things. You remember the trailer for Us that I showed y'all? Yeah, if you want, go watch the trailer for this movie. It's called Us. Everyone's got their own evil doppelganger. That means everyone has their own evil look-alike evil twin, which is exactly what's going on this planet we're on. People freak out when I say planet. The Earth. On the Earth. Okay, so there's a right side up, upside down system in every host body. Opposition. Male and female energies opposing each other. So here is the picture for the trailer Us. And this is an ink blot. And it makes a 9. And then if you just go here and here, it's 9/11. Us. And look at the S. Just take a look at it. Interesting way to make your S. Is that a serpent's head right side up and upside down? It is. That's why they did it. So now let me just keep building on this and building and watch where this goes. Okay, so we have the twin system. We know that. We've seen that repetitively. We have Cain and Abel. Let me just show you Domino's pizza tattoo. Did you know there's like this thing, they call it like the Domino's cult? All these people have these 2-in-1. Do you know why one's blue and one's red? I do. The Lord showed it to me. This represents Genesis 1. They created themselves male and female right here, male and female. This represents Genesis 2. Adam, the Lord God breathed into Adam the breath of life and man became a living soul. Blue blood has no oxygen in it, and what I mean is there's no life in it. Their system was lifeless. They needed this. And so this represents the 2-in-1 system, no different than the Twin Towers. It's really common to see. There's actually a thing called the Domino's cult. Go look it up. Look at the fangs, the tongue, the 2-in-1, pizza slice in the shape of a heart, a star. Here's the all-seeing eye. 2-in-1. I mean, just look at their symbology, and once you know the truth, all these things start making sense. But I want to stick with the whole conspiracy thing. Let me show you this. So the lady that made the phone call to the Miss Fox, this woman made the phone call to Miss Fox, the lady that dropped the charges, and this used to be Michelle Obama's chief of staff, and this woman right here is Jussie Smollett's sister. See, Jussie's sister. So this woman calls up, and so the Obamas are linked to this. Wow, that's no big surprise. So anyway, so she calls up this woman right here. Let me let this populate. So this woman right here, who is Barack Obama's chief of staff, calls up this woman right here. And this woman right here drops the charges on Jussie Smollett, who's right here with Michelle and Barack Obama. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think if you did this crime that you'd be getting a phone call exonerating you of all charges if you had faked a hate crime against, some racial or ethnic group? This guy literally had a rope around his neck, and like they were going to hang him. That's a slap in the face to every African American that's ever been hung or ever suffered anything bad. This guy has degraded everybody. But he's an actor. See, he's an actor. And there he is. There they all are, real nice and cozy. Look, there, let's see. Now, I want you to look at clothing. See this clothing? See this clothing? Well, here he is with Michelle Obama again. What is this guy? Is Jussie Smollett an actor? Is he just really tight with the Obamas? I mean, let me ask you a question. How do you get in tight with the Obamas? You know what I mean? I don't really want to know the answer. I don't want to know. All right, but look, so there he is again. Look who's right here with him right here. Kamala, I'm a witch Harris. Kamala. There she is. See, there's Kamala. There's Jussie. Everyone's wearing their time's up. Time's up. Do you know what they're saying? I just told you. They're saying time's up. That they've taken the system. That's what these shirts are all about. That's what this Russian collusion's all about. That's what the insurrection in our own government's all about. You know that John Brennan, James Clapper, James Comey, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Sally Yates, Barack Obama, Loretta Lynch, the Clintons, you know all that they all committed treason, right? Y'all know they committed treason against the interests of the people. Y'all know that, right? They committed treason. But they're claiming the opposite. They're claiming Donald Trump committed treason. Isn't that interesting? Because in heaven there was an insurrection. Let's type in the word insurrection real quick. Watch. Let's just do this. Okay, insurrection. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to enlarge it. A violent uprising against authority or government. So we know there was an insurrection in heaven. It says it. It tells us in the Bible. Well, you know what? I told you everything gets quarantined and cast down, and everything plays out down here perfectly according to the Lord's will. Watch. Let me show you what it means, though. An insurrection is a coup. A coup. I'm going to go backwards. An insurrection is a coup d'etat right there. See it? Coup d'etat. A rebellion, a revolt, uprising, mutiny, revolution, insurgents, rising, coup d'etat. I want you to remember that word because we're going to see coup d'etat quite a bit here. Okay, so there was an uprising, there was an insurrection in heaven, and there seems to be one going on in our government right now with a bunch of people using the intelligence communities to take down an elected president. So I think now would be a good time for me just to show you. I'm going to switch folders real quick. Okay, y'all already saw the meaning of Tim, that they double underline means honoring God. But watch this. Y'all remember that guy YG that had the clothing line that's called 400 and it really means hunted for dinner? Y'all remember that YG, right? The letter Y and the letter G put together is what? 25 and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 257. And if you take, because Y is the 25th letter of the alphabet, so you take 25 and then G, 7, 257. Go look that up in the Bible. Why does this guy call himself YG when his name's, Kefron or whatever it is? But he calls himself YG. You know, if you look up YG in the Bible, it means brother of understanding, like wise and knowledge. Well, if you're on the enemy's team, you're part of the serpent's team. Insurrection. You're part of the serpent's team. And you really know what's going on. You would be a brother of understanding, wouldn't you? Especially if you had a clothing company called 400 and it really meant hunted for dinner. If y'all were just killing a bunch of angels, that would make total sense, wouldn't it? because you're like on the demons team. You know, you're a brother of understanding. So you have a clothing line called 400, and everyone that doesn't know what the hell's going on, they're wearing your clothes, giving you money, and they're walking around wearing something that says really hunted for dinner. Angels hunted for dinner. Well, isn't that funny? The largest altar in the world I keep showing you is a bunch of angels melting into semen, getting trapped in a dimension called the flesh, by the way, which the Bible says is in complete opposition to the Spirit of God. So go read your Bible. It is in opposition to the Spirit of God. Opposition. So the carnal mind is death. Bible says it. Well, here's look. Everybody wear red. Well, he's sitting in a bathtub. Look at this. He's sitting in a bathtub. Stay dangerous. Everybody wear red. He's covered in blood. Oh, you mean like in an insurrection? Hunted, 400 means hunted for dinner, and he's sitting in a bathtub, which means bloodbath, because they are, listen, I want to make no uncertain terms about it. The enemy is preparing for a bloodbath, not just in this country, the entire world. Okay, it is coming. I guarantee it. So now y'all have seen his shoes. They're called, lost angels. They're called bait, actually. And then the shoes you're wearing, look, on the tongue of the shoe. I mean, tell me how, you'd have to be a brother of understanding just to know this, because look at this. Look what it says. Look what it says on the heel, lost angels. And it says, F you, pay me, because that's Lucifer saying, hey, those are the tongues of the shoes. I mean, this is almost insane, but it's true. Ever hear the guy, Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth? It's almost true. The truth is a burden. You got to carry it like a cross. To know the truth, you got to carry it every day like a burden. Carry your cross. Pick up your cross and follow me. Oh. So this guy's got shoes called bait, and it says on the tongue, F you, pay me. Because, see, you got your host body to walk around in. Now it's time to pay the piper, which is the devil. Time to give him your soul. That's what this means. And where does he get the souls from? Lost angels. The ones that were led astray. Okay, isn't it funny how all these things are adding up now? Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on the back of the shoes, it had the number 400. And then I just want to go through these few pictures, and then we'll get to the rest of this video. But you see the number 400 right there? Okay, well, it's called Hunted for Dinner. I'm sorry. The clothing brand is called 4 and then HUNNID, but the Lord let me see through it. It's Hunted for Dinner. My friend Kat, she's the one that said, I think it's dinner backward, like dinner. She lives in North Carolina, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Hunted for dinner. What's hunted for dinner? Well, angels are hunted for dinner. Check this out. Guys, you got to see this. Look at this. So angels are hunted for DINNUH, hunted for dinner. So see, they're speaking their own language in the open. That's all they're doing. They're walking around in open, speaking their own language, giving you the bird while they're laughing at you because you're what they're hunting for dinner. Insurrection. Yeah. Now watch this. Okay, let me show you some. Now remember on the this is called the Stay Dangerous Tour. You can see it right there. It says Stay Dangerous. And then this guy it says Stay Dangerous on this. And it's a scorpion stinger. Look, oh my gosh. So he's got a scorpion tail and stinger on it. And it says Stay Dangerous. And see, you can see it says 400 right there. Hunted for dinner, because what's hunting everybody for dinner? Well, where do the scorpions come from? The pit. The angel, remember Revelation 9:11? They had a king over them. Who did? The scorpions from the pit. They had a king over them, the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is Apollyon. That's why the Statue of Liberty looks towards the sunrise, because the sunrise represents Apollyon coming out of out of the pit, and he's going to come out, and they know it, and that's coming. That's the end of the Bible. Now let me show you this. Here we go. Now this came up in my feed on my this came up on my feed in my email. It said 400 bases loaded cream jersey. Bases loaded. You know, kind of like Time's Up. They got bases loaded. They got people everywhere. You know, like Obama or whoever picking up a phone and getting Jesse Smollett off when the guy's just a filthy rat actor. He's just a rat. He's just a dirty little rat. That's what he is. He's a liar. So, what are they trying to tell us here? Bases loaded. Well, that they've got their people everywhere and they're getting ready to hit the home run and bring it in. But see, it's 400. But look what it says. 400 bases loaded cream jersey. Wow. Whoa, 71.95. That is one really, they're really proud of that jersey, aren't they? 71.95. Huh. I wonder if I was to type into the Bible the meaning of 71.95, that it would show us something impossible. You know, like, remember I showed you iRobot? It took place in year 2035. They thought they should show that to us. Remember? It said Chicago 2035. I looked it up. It means insurrection and takeover. Oh, by a movie where there's a bunch of robots that form an insurrection and take over. And you mean it just happens to say in the movie that it takes place in 2035? Do you think that's impossible? Well, of course it is. This is a language. Well, if I'm right, then we'll be able to see that as a theme. Let's check this out. Let's see what this says. Let's see. Okay, so let's look up, how much was that? 71.95. Let's look up 71.95. I mean, what a weird number for a jersey. You know what I mean? If you think about when you buy clothing, it's usually not, you know, a number like that. It's usually different. Let's see. It means definition: conspiracy. It means conspiracy and treason. Look, conspiracy and treason. Wow. You're telling me the number 71.95. There's no way, Kleck. There is no way, Mr. Jonathan Kleck. There's no way, bro. There's no way that 71.95 actually means conspiracy and treason. What if it was associated with semen again? I know, it's like, I feel like, you know, it's like, by the time I'm done with this ministry, I'm going to need a big bar of soap. This is getting just disgusting, but it's true. It's the same thing every time. Oh, you mean like bases loaded cream jersey, cream. It was really important that they told us it was a cream jersey, isn't it? I think that's just, I mean, this is not my writing under here. I literally just screenshot it. 400 bases loaded cream jersey. 71.95. Treason and conspiracy. What's treason and conspiracy? Well, you know what the inference is, don't you? I do. I'll show you what the inference is. Here's the inference right here. You know, cream jersey. What's rolling down the side of that? What's rolling down that altar again? What is that right there? That looks kind of like cream flowing down. There you go. Solved. I told you. So there's the penis ejaculating the seed, and there's the cream flowing down the side. Again, conspiracy and treason. So see, what you're getting to see right now, the conspiracy was to lead a bunch of angels astray, take them away captive, promise them host bodies, deliver, but then F you, pay me. You got your body, I get your soul. Unless you get converted. I told you. This is consistent. The Lord has let me match it across the board. I can do this again and again and again and again and again. Don't believe me? Okay. Now, this is for all those people that have channels, but you don't have a face, you don't have anything but a fake channel. That's because you're fake. And there's no brainer. Let me show you something. Let me show you guys something. Y'all like, let's see, I think we have it right here. Let me see. Okay, what about IHOB and IHOP? Y'all know that IHOP changed its name to IHOB. So they turned the P upside down to a B. And look, they put a smiley face underneath the O and the P. And you have two blue circles and one red circle. Oh, just like dominoes. Oh, you mean like the two and the one. Wow. But why did they connect the two with the red smiley face? And why was it OP and why was it turned to OB? Why did they turn the P upside down? Well, let me show you before I do that a Heineken commercial. I love busting these guys. It's just so much fun. You gotta love it. Let me show you a Heineken commercial. Now, y'all have seen this one before, but watch. So the guy shows up and look how he's pointing his bottle at the door. I mean, it's a phallic situation again. Look at the number on the door. 6 is the number of the flesh. Your body is made out of carbon. It's 666. And remember, the number 9 means judgment, and 911 means the angel of the bottomless pit. And, if you end up not getting converted, well, what's your judgment? The angel from the bottomless pit. That is your judgment. You become food for him. That's your judgment. If you don't get converted, you go to the pit. So if you don't get converted, then you have to pay up. And who do you pay up? Angel of the bottomless pit. He gets you for eternity. Now watch this guy. So he shows up, he rings the doorbell, and I just want to remind you, remember the Bible says in Genesis 4, the name Cain means to strike a musical note. Now, I want you to watch this commercial. It starts off where he's going to ring the doorbell, but there's all these guys that are in a different party, and it's real serene and peaceful, real calm and low-key. Everyone's just real at peace. But it flashes back and forth between the calm and serenity to this guy going in a party and kind of getting totally disshuffled. And there's a girl in dress in scarlet crimson, and she's like, "Come on, baby," like he fornicates with her. Then they spin him in a circle and throw him out the door. This is exactly what life is. This commercial is perfect. But don't forget where we're going with this. Just keep watching. Let's go. Here we go. Okay, so see, you heard a bell ring, like he rang the doorbell. Then it flashes to all these guys is where he's supposed to be. And it goes from serenity to, kind of a shameful situation. Watch. Gonna pause it right there. See, now here's the bait. Come and get it. She's wearing crimson red just like YG. Isn't that fascinating? Sometimes the wrong party, so he obviously was at the wrong party. Let's go back right there. See the 11 behind him on the door? By the way, it wouldn't be there if that was really the number 9 on the door he's at. Watch. 911. 911. So his flesh was judged and he went to the angel of the bottomless pit. That's why he turned it. What did he do with the 6? turned it upside down, which is Jonathan Kleck's entire ministry. 100% nylon. Jonathan, turn it upside down if you want to see the truth. 100% no line. So he turns it upside down, it becomes a 9, and the number 11's behind him, showing that the number 6 that was on the door is being judged by 911. F you pay me. Just like, YG, Brother of Understanding, his really cool, clothing line. Wow. Well, let me show you IHOP and IHOB. Okay, you see IHOP? Let's enlarge that. I heard very quietly in my spirit the other day, I was like, why are they doing this? And the Lord showed me dominoes, and it's all the same. You got your two circles here representing, this is really represents Genesis 1, and the two make a smiley face. It's like two eyes and a nose and a smiley face. The Lord told me to look up the numbers, like O and P, and I thought, oh, that's really weird. I would never think to do that. But they're joined together by that red smiley face underneath. I'm like, okay, let's see what's up. So I look up the letter O and the letter P, and like, what number of the alphabet is O? What number is P? No, I just thought, well, this is interesting. So this is what I hear the Lord telling me to do. And so I did what he said. So I got this little letter chart. I can't tell you off the top of my head what letter is what number. So anyway, so here's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, element O. Okay, so what's O? It's number 15, and IHOP, IHOP, 1516. And I heard the Lord tell me, look it up. So I thought, okay, look up 1516. So I looked it up, and look what it means. It means peaceful, disposed to peace. God's gift of wholeness, which results from knowing, discerning the Lord's will, and obeying it. Peaceful. Huh. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's interesting. So, but wait till you see what OB means. So let's do it again. Let's go back to our little chart. Let's go to our chart. Okay, so O is 15. What's B? 152. See, 152. So I wonder what the meaning of 152 is. I'm going to put this right here. Okay, there you go. So remember, OP means peaceful, God's gift of peace, OP. But when you turn the P upside down, and which is what IHOP said they're going to do, which is what they did, they made it OB, IHOB. Well, let's see what 152 is. Look at this. 152 means shame, shamefaced, shameful deeds, disgraced and shameful. Oh, you mean like what happened to us? Like we went from peace to shame. Oh, you mean like when they were carried away captive from Jerusalem, city of peace, Jerusalem, peace, city of peace, from Jerusalem carried away captive to Babylon, land of confusion, mixed race. That's what Babylon means. So you went from peace to confusion, mixed race. And when the word carried away captive, I showed you in the Bible, it means to denude in a disgraceful way. Are y'all getting this? Do you understand what you're looking at? You're looking at restaurant chains that are using numerology on their signs in order to convey messages. That means who owns these restaurant chains? Oh, the one who owns all this stuff. He owns it all. The angel of the bottomless pit. It's his backyard. It's his playground. That's how deep the deceit goes. And I can keep showing this to you all day long. It's cracked. The code is cracked. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So look. So now let's go. Let's just start knocking these things down. Watch. Wait a minute. We got more. Look at this. Oh, I see what y'all are up to. You rats. So judgment's coming now, and that's where I'm going to take a little moment while that populates to talk to you. That's where all this comes in. Oh my gosh. No wonder you see that V right side up and upside down that says V for vengeance. That's actually on a parachute, a canopy now. The Lord told me to order it. We're going to jump it in to the christening of this, the two coming together as one, because in this place, what left became two, and it's a two-in-one system, like dominoes. It's, you ever hear the term falling like dominoes? Oh, falling, like dominoes. Oh, they're making fun of us on all fronts. They're mocking us. So, isn't it interesting that the Lord told me to buy a canopy, a parachute? That's what I used to do. It's up there on the wall. Used to say Vlad eyewear. Now he wants me to get a parachute, which I've already done, that says V with the number 4, vengeance. And it's right side up and upside down, so it makes a big red X, which is the female chromosome. And it's going to happen at the christening of this in Colorado, which is coming up maybe by mid-May. We're trying to get it done right now. I've been working diligently as an end-time harbinger to bring this about. This is the Lord's plan, not mine. I couldn't even think of this. This is so far out there. Oh yeah, and it just happens to be at the corner of Rainbow and Casimir. Rainbow was the covenant made that he would never destroy the earth with water again, and then Casimir means covenant of peace, and it also means to take the glory from another king in battle. That's what the name Casimir means. I put it in the show notes because I was so dumbfounded. Tell me the Lord God's not in control of all this. Of course he is. He's in control of all of it. So, watch this. So now that we got their little system, oh, no wonder you turned the P upside down because it went from peaceful to shameful. Oh, no wonder the Heineken commercial, he went from peaceful to shameful. There you go. From peaceful to shameful. Oh, IHOP, from peaceful to, see, there it is, God's gift of wholeness and peace. Peaceable, disposed to peace, profitable, God's gift of wholeness and peace. From peaceful, IHOP, to shameful. That's why they did it, because they used the numerology to make fun of you. Now, there's the canopy that the Lord had me do. Let's see. There's the canopy that the Lord had me make. It says V for vengeance, right side up and upside down. That's going to be jumped at the christening with Michael doing a tandem at the christening of this. And that's what it looks like. V for vengeance. V for vengeance. Right side up, upside down. And it makes this X, but it kind of makes, what's really kind of interesting is it looks like an hourglass as well. I don't know if y'all know this, but in the first container, the Lord told me to put an hourglass in it. And I was like, what's that all about? Because what do you do when the time's up with an hourglass? You turn it upside down. Now I get it. I get it. So anyway, so all these things are starting to stack up, but let me just show you a couple more examples so we can just nail the door shut on the rats. Let's just totally destroy the rats. Arguments. Arby's. Huh. Oh, when you turn Arby's upside down, there you go. You just turn it upside down. This is what the Lord showed me. I was like, this is weird. You want me to turn? Oh, wow. It's a sheep. Sure it is. It's a sheep. Wow. Arby's is a sheep. We got the meat. You're on a planet that specializes in killing sheep. So there you go. It's a sheep. That's the RB sign, guys. And when all you got to do is just look at it, you got to study it. It's also something else. It's a helmet. It's a oh, it's a 10-gallon hat. That's not sick. Wow, this is all starting to pan out into like almost unbelievable, isn't it? So, let me show you a little let me show you a little commercial. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Here we go. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Marge, Marge, look! The dog's trying to kill me and the toaster's been laughing at me. Ew, dog water.
Your doll is trying to kill my husband. Yes, I'll hold.
Yep, here's your problem. Someone set this thing to evil.
Oh, wow. Someone set this thing to evil.
I love you, Mother.
Wow, so it was as simple as that to fix it. It would be hard to believe that to fix everything, it's as simple as just turning it the other direction, wouldn't it? It'd be the most simple thing in the world, and it'd be the most profound thing all at the same time. It's turned out to be the facts. There's no arguing it. So, let me show you what's going on now. Just very quickly, the real conspiracy going on here. Put together just a couple little news clips. And again, I'm apolitical. I'm not on anyone's team politically. I am on the team of the Lord God and the truth. Jesus is the truth. Here we go.
Years serving Barack Obama, Brennan was known mostly for lying. Under Trump, he's become a full-blown, wild-eyed conspiracy nut.
He is feeding and fueling hatred and animosity and misunderstandings among Americans. I use the term that this is nothing short of treasonous because it is a betrayal of the nation. He is giving aid and comfort to the enemy. Treasonous is defined as a betrayal of trust as well as aiding and abetting the enemy. And so that was the word that came to my mind.
Jim Comey, meanwhile, is smarter than John Brennan. Not that that's hard. But he's a political partisan, something that no FBI director should ever be. At times, his judgment has been bizarre. Watch him, for example, suggest that the most lurid portions of the obviously fake Steele dossier might in fact be real.
Honestly, never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but I don't know whether the current president of the United States was with prostitutes peeing on each other in Moscow in 2013. It's possible, but I don't know.
These people are a joke. Those are the two most powerful unelected bureaucrats in Barack Obama's government, and you would not hire them to run a CVS. They're idiots. They're self-aggrandizing narcissists who believed an absurd story about a pee tape that ran on some cat blog. And they're not alone. Congressman Adam Schiff is still rambling on like a mental patient about Russian conspiracy.
And truly, our government is a captive of a corrupt legal system, a corrupt justice department, a corrupt set of judges, a corrupt government, a deep state, and the obstructionism of rhinos and the left and the Dems. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. My God, what in the world will we tolerate next? Look, this is really not a legal investigation. This is a slow-motion political coup that's being carried out by legal processes. And by legal process, a slow-motion political coup. This is a slow-motion political coup. Slow-motion political coup that's being carried out by legal processes. And so, let me turn. I think you're exactly right. As I look at what's happening, we have a judge deciding to throw out the Manafort civil trial, but wants to preserve in the criminal case the questions raised by Manafort's attorneys about the scope of the Mueller investigation and what they claim to be, and I think with straightforward evidence, a gross abuse of power beyond the scope of anything envisioned, no matter what it was that Ron Rosenstein had in mind, that is to frame the president, most likely amongst those options. And here we are. We have a corrupt leadership of Congress. They're doing the bidding of their billionaire masters and corporatists and the elite establishment.
In the end, it was all fake. And they knew that. They knew it wasn't real. They were lying from the very first day. Only their remarkable aggression, their willingness to say literally anything, no matter how outrageous or slanderous or vile, kept the rest of us from catching on to what they were doing. If the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee is willing to call someone a traitor to this country, there's got to be some truth to it, right? Actually, no, there wasn't. It was always a hoax.
This is an effort to subvert the administration of President Donald Trump. It is nothing less. It is an effort by the deep state to roll over a duly elected president and a legitimate government and to break the will of the American people. This is no longer about Republicans and Democrats, conservatives and liberals. This is about a full-on assault by the left, the Democratic Party, to absolutely carry out a coup d'etat, against President Trump, aided by the left-wing media. There's just the suggestion is collusion between Trump and the Russians when we have absolute evidence of collusion between the Clinton Foundation, Secretary of State Clinton, and the Russians. I mean, this with real money. What does it take?
Okay, so now let me ask you this question. Can you see it playing out now? Can't you see it? There was this treason that occurred in heaven. That's how we know we're coming to the end of the cycle. I know that because of the spiritual gift the Lord gave me. I mean, come on, guys. Who the hell knew the Vatican was a big snake? I was born and raised Catholic. My whole family's Catholic. Of course, they threw me into the gutter. They kicked me to the curb and hate me. They liked me better when I was a gun-toting, freaking dealing bad dude. I was fine then, but as soon as I got saved, I'm a bad guy. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I just got saved. It doesn't make. They turn everything upside down. Okay, so we're coming into this final lap. Now, I'm just going to look at you and tell you, here's the deal. The Lord has told me personally, on a personal level, because I work for him. I don't work for a man. I work for the King. And he gave me a very strict reprimand. You know, and it's a personal thing between him and I, but he told me it's all chips on the table now, Jonathan. Everything. Now, I'm not telling anybody anything. I'm not telling y'all what to do, or I'm just telling you, I saw a video the other day that, some young kid was, you know what, maybe I can pull it up. I'm going to try and pull it up. I don't want to butcher it. But some little kid, message from the Lord, all that. I really don't pay attention to that stuff because I have a direct communication that's been going on since the night I got saved. So when people say, oh, God told me this and God told me that, I'm like, well, good. And then I do what I do because I don't align myself with any other ministries either. But I did notice, I saw a video someone posted. Some little child was saying that, the Lord communicated to him that it was time for 40 days of extreme repentance because the King's coming. Jesus is coming to judge everything. Now, here's the thing. Here's my disclaimer. I know what I'm supposed to do. I've been doing it, and thank God with y'all's help. I've been putting this together. I had to meet with the city of Grand Junction. We had to get approvals. We had to do all kinds of stuff to get this thing going. I had to order a parachute, not just one, but the reserve and the whole deal just to get this thing done. I wonder why the Lord would have me jumping out of an airplane with another person that's going tandem. I wonder why the Lord God would tell someone else they had to do a tandem with one of the inhabitants of the land, a scorpion on their back. What a weird thing. I even told Mike, I'm like, wow, that's really weird. And then the Lord confirmed it. And then I was like, and then he told me, you're going with him. I'm like, oh yeah, I've already been back. I'm back skydiving now, folks. I'm back jumping out of planes. And so the Lord told me, this is what y'all are going to do. And if for anything, something were to happen to me, there's a contingency plan for someone else to jump the rig that I got for this event because we got it for the event. Now, here's my disclaimer. I don't know what's going to happen at all. I have no clue. I wish I did. But I know what I'm supposed to do, and I've been doing it for years, and the Lord has proven everything to be perfect. I mean, y'all saw the little pamphlet I ran over on the middle of Broadway that confirmed everything in container number 2 is perfect, didn't you? Okay, I know it freaked me out. I was like, what the hell is going on? I feel like I'm in some just one of the wildest movies ever made. So anyway, we're going to go continue and get this thing done. And when it's done, we're going to let you know. And we're going to say, y'all got a week, well, I'm sure the Lord will give us a week in advance to go to anyone that wants to see each other and all come together as a group. And we're going to have, just a little get together. And by the way, I want everyone to know it's private. You're invited, but we reserve the right to stop anybody for our reasons. And that would include a list of people that we've gotten from YouTube and URLs and people's names that we may possibly be looking at. Just for the record. So if you show up, we're looking for you. Just for the record, so you know. So you're invited. Again, it's a private party, but you're invited. But we reserve the right to tell anyone that doesn't belong there that they need to go. So we're just going to come together with a bunch of like-minded believers and christen the two coming together at one at the corner of Rainbow and Covenant of Peace. Can't even make. And from what I understand, I asked Mike, there's a mountain behind his house. I said, is there a good LZ landing zone? I said, is there a good LZ up there? Is it at least half a football field? That would be a better place for us to land. And Mike said there's 22 acres up there. I'm like, how'd you know how many acres? Because there's this big mountain right by his house. And he said it's a 22 acre plot. And we were led to look up the meaning of 22, which is also on my house, by the way. Do you know what the number 22 means? Let me show it to you. Remember the identity of Christ that the Lord wanted me to share with you? He is Emmanuel. With us is El. I and my Father are one. So Jesus is El in the flesh. That's who he is. That's his identity. Let me type this. Watch this. Strong's. This is Strong's 22. Strong's 22 just happens to mean so two guys jump. Well, one guy doing a tandem, one guy jumping a V for Vengeance canopy will be landing on a 22 acre plot, it looks like. And it's from Abel. It means, look what it means. It means El is my father. Now, I believe we've been documenting all the things that have come with this project. The Lord said, when you get the bid for the project, you'll know that I am the Lord. I thought, that's crazy. I mean, that's just wild. When I say crazy, it's like, I called Mike and I told Mike, this is what I heard the Lord say. By the way, Mike, when you watch this video, would you please leave a comment that this is true? I heard the Lord say, when you get the bid, you'll know that I am the Lord. We got the bid, and I know that He's the Lord. And I'll share that with you in an upcoming video. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a little video now. I told you at the beginning of the video I was going to show you some stuff concerning, what's coming up in Grand Junction and some stuff that the Lord had me document here. He had me document that other container outside. He told me document it. And he told me to light a fire. Well, remember the other two times I lit a fire, what happened? What happened? On the first container, there was a table that had the rainbow Lord's Prayer. Isn't that funny? There was a table that made the Lord's Prayer in light in a rainbow in Hebrew before I ever knew that that container was going to rainbow and Casimir. I wonder what the odds are of that. One in a couple hundred zillion or something. Insanely impossible, yeah. The Lord's Prayer that was cut out of a table in Hebrew happens to have lights that come through it and it makes a rainbow. For those of y'all that saw the video, we're going to do another video though. And it ended up on a street called Rainbow. Wow, Covenant of Peace. And what's the New Jerusalem mean? Do y'all know what the New Jerusalem means? New Jerusalem. New City of Peace. That's what Jerusalem means. Jerusalem. Salem. Jerusalem, City of Peace. I'm just telling you what I know. Casimir means covenant of peace, proclamation of peace, and to take the glory from another king in battle. Do you see where this is going? It's unbelievable. Now, before I continue, before I show you the container outside right now, guys, we got our bid for the container and we have enough money to pay for it, but we are really needing some help with some traveling. We have the money to pay for the bid, but shipping the container from here, things are getting very, very iffy. Please listen carefully. If you don't have funds, I'm not even speaking to you. If you don't have the ability to financially help, just say some prayers, guys. I'm talking to the people that have money set aside for something or the other that can step up and help. I'm asking you, please, to step up and help. We need a little bit of backup. By the way, the bid was quite a bit more than we expected. We were like, and the Lord, and after I talked to the company, I was like, wait a minute, that's too high. That's when the Lord said, when you get the bid, you'll know that I am the Lord. So the guy came down, $5,000 on it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the number that he came to was impossible. I'll show that to you in an upcoming video. It's in the folders. We document everything so we have proof of it. So we can show it to you as a testimony because that's what we have. We're doing an end time testimony. This is all going to bear witness against those that didn't believe. Just like Noah when he went in the ark. Those that didn't believe, well, they got washed away. Now, very clear. Everybody listen. You do not have to be there to be part of what's going to happen to the church. You don't have to be there. I know there's people that can't travel. I have friends that are physically not able to go physically. You have friends that are financially not able to go. That doesn't matter. I have to be there because I got to jump. I got to be there to, organize part of this. Well, I have other people going there. Some people that are going to be security. Some people that are doing this. Some people that are, helping people, just find places to hang out. I don't know. I'm winging it. But we do need help. And so we need financial help from those that can afford it. We really need your help. I don't want to be stressing out of my mind with everything I got to do already to get this deal done and then be worrying about, well, how are we going to pay for the last, $5,000 and stressing out of my mind. I don't want to do it. That just sounds too much for me right now. Okay. Let me show you. I'm going to show you how, if you've got a pencil or a pen, write it down. This is how you can help support the project. Be part of this end time project. I mean, look, guys, that was $900 to get this, so we could get this to the city of Grand Junction. We had to have a meeting with the city and present this to them, and what's already there has already been approved, and they approved what's already there, and we're just getting ready to finalize and finish the project. So anyway, we can use your help. So I'm gonna ask the people that are able to help financially help. Those of y'all that say prayers, man, say that some of the pressure gets taken off Johnny and Michael. It's like, dude, it's so much. Anyway, so we'll implement, but y'all support, y'all help support it, please. We need it. We really need a break to where it's not too much of a burden. Let me show you how you can do that. I'm going to show you, rats, hang on one sec. Okay, so look, here's one way to help, right? You see right up here in the corner right here? It says that's PayPal JK at jonathankleck.com. So if you have a PayPal and you want to do it electronically, just go to jk at jonathankleck.com. Just check out the spelling. It's JONATHANKLECK. JK at jonathankleck.com. Or if you don't like sending, you don't like doing online stuff, you can go to KLECK at P.O. Box 91281 San Antonio, Texas 78209. Okay, there it is. 78209 right here. J. Kleck, P.O. Box 91281, San Antonio, Texas 78209. So again, help with this. I mean, guys, I don't know about you and where your heart's at. I know that I'm all in, man. I've already shipped one shipping container up there. We've already built the deck around it. We got another one going on top. It's going to be all put together. We're going to jump in with, V for Vengeance and a tandem coming in and probably land on the 22-acre plot, which means my father is out. I mean, just like, so that's what's going on. So we're just going to see where it all goes from here. This is what I was told to do. Now, I guess one thing everybody would have to do is look at the facts. Did this guy deliver on truth? The largest altar in the world is a penis, a vagina, semen, bunch of angels turning to semen. Oh, that's funny. That's what Genesis 1 verse 2 actually meant, that they've been lying to us about. Oh, Genesis 1:26. Let us create man in our vain show. Let us create man in our representative figure, especially an idol. No, that's probably just a coincidence. So the point is, see, I'm all in. And what proves I'm all in is my willingness to sacrifice everything. I'm willing to sacrifice everything I have, all of it, for what the Lord tells me to do. I'm not asking you to do that, but that's what I've been asked to do. But if you can help, and it's within your power to help financially, then help. If you believe in this, step up and help us finish it. And let's have a party. Let's get together and worship the Lord and hope something extraordinary happens while we're there. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope something extraordinary happens. One thing that'll be extraordinary anyway is to get together with a bunch of people that actually believe and know the truth. Wouldn't that be cool? Just to get to hang out with some more, oh, you're the guy. Oh, wow, I remember, Yes. We're coming together. Isn't it funny that Grand Junction means, grand means the great, junction means coming together? That's weird. And we're having a big get together in Grand Junction at the corner of Rainbow and Casimir to christen two containers. So the two being made one. The bottom one represents the bride of Christ and the top one represents the judgment seat. That's pretty weird. Now, okay, here's the thing. I have a video of the art room. The Lord told me get it ready, the art room, videotape it. I was thinking about putting it on this video, but why don't I do this? Why don't I let this video go and then I'll post the next one tomorrow afternoon, and it's just going to be like an art show video with the container and the art room. And y'all can see what was in that art room in 2001. I have all that art from 2001 before I got saved. And I documented it the other day. The Lord told me document it, show it to everybody, show everybody the container, show them what's in it. And so I documented it. All right. So let's do that one. Because if I do the art show video in this one, everyone might get all worn out. Okay, so guys, if you can step up and help us finish this project, we're all getting together in the great coming together Grand Junction. Maybe something super will happen. I hope so. Maybe we'll just all get together to meet each other before something super happens. I don't know. But I'll be honest enough to tell you the truth. Let me look for this video of this little kid that had this prophetic thing. Okay, guys, you know what? I just as I looked at it, I was just contemplating. I thought, I shouldn't mix any other ministry with what I do. The Lord told me not to, so I'm not going to do it. But I can assure you that the time of the end is at hand. Why do you think they're wearing shirts that say "Time's Up" with TIM underlined with two lines? And Jesse Smollett's part of the movement, the movement, the duality. Cleanse your hearts, you double-minded. Okay, let me show you how to read their language again. See this girl? She's wearing a shirt that says 333, only in half bad. There you go. Only in half bad. Look, 333. I wonder what 333 means in the Bible. So if you type in Strong's Concordance for 333, so if you're only in half bad, they got to make you all bad, don't they? They got to destroy you fully and completely. And the number 333 means to observe carefully, as in as in completing a process. As in completing a process. Wow. I wonder what the process that they're trying to complete is. Any ideas for that, you guys? I wonder what the process is that they're trying to complete. Oh, you mean like turning a bunch of angels into semen, getting them caught in a dualistic system that interbreeds, and then you wash out one, and then you have just a full operating demon race on top of the surface. And it's all demonic. And the Spirit of God has been cannibalized. Oh, now all of a sudden in Genesis 6, my spirit will no longer strive with man, for he is mortal flesh. See, he won't strive with everybody. There's coming a cutoff point. The Lord told me to name my ministry Before the Fire a long time ago, and he supernaturally confirmed it on the very first radio show. It was amazing. The first show, the first night, Yvonne called in from England and gave her life to Christ. She got saved, and the Lord said, look up her name. I think it was Hughes. And it means child of fire. The very first night, the Lord said, people will call in and give their lives to me. You'll lay hands on the sick and they'll recover, and I'll bless this ministry. That was the first night of Before the Fire, the radio program on Blog Talk. And the very first night, a lady called in from England, 7-hour difference. I think we're at 7 at night, so that put it like 2 in the morning for her or something. It was some ridiculous hour of the morning. She called in and she got saved. And the Lord said, look up her name, and it means child of fire, before the fire. See, when you become the fire, then the fire won't consume you when the fire comes. If you have become the fire, our Lord is an all-consuming fire. We're messengers of flaming fire. That's what God's angels are. Messengers of flaming fire. Yeah. Okay, guys. Anyway, we got a pretty wild thing in front of us. I'm just like, breathe. I need my paper bag to breathe in. It's getting kind of edgy. Anyway, all right, guys. God bless. Don't forget, support the ministry if you can, please. All right. Tomorrow will be the art show video. Okay, I've already done it. I just gotta hit load it up. All right, God bless.